Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. And if you are returning, also appreciate it very much if you hit that like and subscribe. I am very happy to announce that as of the recording of this video, we have just passed 800 subscribers. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. It really makes me feel good that the channel is growing little by little. So let's get right to it. We are going to be taking a look at these Masters of the Universe figures from Mattel. These are in conjunction with the movie that's coming out in June. And what is different about these figures is these are more of the budget line figures. These run for just under $10. I think they're $9.97 or $9.99. I found Skeletor at Walmart, and I just found He-Man at Target. And I think they are great. For anyone that follows the channel, know that I'm a big WWE collector, and I collect the all sorts of their versions of figures, from the basics to the elites, which is the mid-level, and then the ultimate editions, which are the professional high-end collector versions of figures. And I do love a good movie figure, but I didn't think I needed the $35 or $25 versions of these. So when I saw that they were coming out with $10 versions and I could represent He-Man and Skeletor on my shelf, I couldn't pass it up. And I was very excited to actually find both of them in the same week. There's distinct packaging on the back. You have your purple background and your beige sandy color. I saw all 6 of these figures between both stores, but like I said, I really only want He-Man and Skeletor representing, because I'm rapidly running out of space in my collection. In fact, where I call my movie shelf is getting packed with various things. So I figured that the $10 version, it looks just like the actor for He-Man. Skeletor, you can't go wrong. And we're going to take a look at the package and see how they hold up to other figures in that $10 range. And the best I can find that I own, and just how they look and how they stack up. So first we're going to start off with Skeletor, and this is the packaging like I said showed before, and then this is the back, and you get in this wave of, if you get Mekaneck, Skele-Knight, and of course Skeletor, you have some stats here, and then on the back it says the adventures continue. And I think it looks really good in packaging for a basic. You have the cutout of him there, and this is Mattel. Mattel is on fire this year, although their distribution with WWE figures is up to suspect, but they've got the He-Man rollout happening really good. So this is him in the plastic. You get an accessory, which is twist tied in. I didn't expect that. So there is the staff. Now, for a $10 figure, this accessory is very cool and way more detailed than probably anyone would expect. I mean, Mattel's really stepping up their game in terms of these budget figures. I already like it. Like I said, it just needs representation on a movie shelf. I'm looking forward to the movie, but I'm not a super hardcore fan. Again, not that I'm not a fan, but I'm old enough to remember when the toys first came out. I'm old enough to remember that horrible 1987 movie that people have managed to love over the years, but I just think it's not good. It has its moments, but it is not good. So I'm hoping it's better than that, and looking forward to just representing He-Man and Skeletor on my shelf. Alright, and then you have Skeletor in the packaging. And we're going to get close-ups of the face and stuff, but, you know, for a basic $10 figure, this is awesome. I'm already loving it. It's not even out of the package yet. So here he is out of the package, and look at that detailing on the belt. There's the muscles. It shows the detail on the muscles, and then you have back here, you have a lot of sculpting on the back, the cape. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. There's even like rips made in it. This is a hard plastic cape, which I'm a big fan of. It just looks good. And then he's going to have single jointed arms, but he's going to pose really good. He's got wrist swivel, so in a minute we'll be able to showcase his holding the staff. He's got knee, bend at the knees, single jointed knees, not bad. You're not going to get ankle swivel. I don't really care about that. But, yeah, it looks really good. You got the eyes painted in there. Let's see how he stands. And there he is. It looks really good. I am very impressed for a $10 figure. This meets all my needs. I know that there's more professional collectors out there that want the high-end stuff. But for my needs on this one, I'm a big fan of getting something to represent like movie figures and this and that. And if you can find a $10 figure in 2026, man, that's good business right there. So, especially of this quality. I'm going to show a couple other $10 figures or around that price point. And you're going to definitely see where the quality is. So that is Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe collection. It's not the Origin series. It's, I don't know what they're calling this, but in my world, these are called basics. And I think they look really good. So now we're going to take a look at He-Man, and I do want to say right off the bat from what I've seen of the trailer, this head sculpt on this $10 figure looks really, really good. And very happy to see that it looks just like the actor from what I've seen. And then on the back we have the rest of the wave. And you have Beastman, Teela, He-Man, and then you have his stats. The adventure continues. Now, I saw all 6 of these, like I said. Teela was there. And normally I have a good female figure, but Teela does not look good. The head sculpt does not look good. So I'm going to pass on that. If they get a Chronicles version and it looks better, I might pick that up. But for right now, we're just going to stick with He-Man and Skeletor. I have no space to collect a bunch of the figures of the supporting characters, so I just really wanted the 2 main characters in this line. But there you have a picture of the actor himself right there. He-Man, I think it looks really good. I'm going to open this up. And, oh. And there, on the inside of the card, you get sort of a good versus evil with the power sword in between. Really good graphics. It's a shame that I throw them in the trash. And then you have He-Man and the power sword in the plastic. He's got some twist ties on him, on his legs, so we're going to take him out of there. First, we'll take a look at the power sword. And it looks really good. Maybe you can do some black wash to get in the nooks and crannies, to give it some depth. Maybe something on the handle. I don't do a lot of customization, but just tossing that out there. Maybe that's something worth trying. But the power sword looks great. And then here's the figure himself. Like I said, great head sculpt, great hair sculpt. Really nice outfit. I like the detail in the belt and the boots and the chest piece. I mean, this is a good He-Man. And then you got the sheath to hold the sword when you need it. Posing is going to be very similar to Skeletor. You're going to have a single jointed shoulders. You're going to be able to turn at the wrists. The head goes all the way around. Nothing gets in the way there. And then you have single jointed knees, which really nice. And then you're going to be able to twist at the knee, which is cool. I don't really need all that, but it's good to have. And let's see how he looks with the sword in his hand. And there how he looks with the sword in his hand. Really good looking figure. If you are interested in getting a He-Man figure to represent the movie, but do not want to spend, $30-something a piece on each character, this is the way to go. My guess is that they're going to eventually release a bunch of the side characters in this size for the movie. And at $10 a piece, it's a heck of a lot easier to build a collection than it will be for $30. At least it is for me. I'm not opposed to spending $30-something on a figure, but for something that's not like a main line that I collect, but it does represent a movie, $10 is fine. And there he is reaching for his sword. Looks really good. Again, I cannot complain about this. I really enjoy these figures. Maybe I'm less picky than your average collector, but as far as the $10 line, I think it's really good. So here is He-Man and Skeletor, and here is how they stack up to something similar made by Mattel in a similar price point. These figures run about $12. Now this Cody Rhodes does not come with all these accessories. Those are something I added in a previous video. So they are what they consider basics, but they're the lower price options for kids. And they run you about $12 in the store plus tax. As you can tell, they're a little bit taller. They keep more in scale with the people themselves, so you're not going to get so they're not too small, and they scale with the other figures that Mattel makes. So there's going to be height difference when you get to the more expensive He-Man figures. But these will run you... These WWE figures are the equivalent of what these are. They're the entry-level figures. These are the ones you let your kids play with and fight and have wars and get beat up and banged up and scuffed and everything. That doesn't happen in this house, but I understand people allow that to happen. And just so we can compare them to other movie figures that I have, here's a really old Jack Sparrow Pirates of the Caribbean figure that I've held on to for years. Absolutely love it. I believe this came out when the Curse of the Black Pearl came out, which I don't even know how long ago that is now. So yeah, so that's been sitting on my shelf forever. And I really love it. Never left my side. And that's how he holds up with that. Or here they are with a Predator figure that I paid $10 for. It falls in the cheap end of Predator figures, but then I customize it. It's the first custom painted figure I ever did. I've never ever painted a figure before or anything like that. I never gave it a dark wash or anything like that. I kind of went in, it was all like sort of bright yellow and silly looking, and I went in and I just basically dirtied it up. And for a first time attempt, it looks really good to me. Like, it doesn't even faze me that it used to be all yellow. I don't mind. He just looks like he's now all dirty and grungy, and it just looks really good. I went in and painted the netting on the legs, and I just kind of give it a dark wash the best I could, kind of teaching myself. But anyway, that figure originally only cost me $10, and I made it look like, not quite like a NECA figure, but I really felt like it's plussed up and looks very cool. Here are two figures that came out earlier this year that at the time fell in the $10 price point. These are from the Superman movie that came out over the summer of 2025, and they are good now in comparison. Overpriced for the time. No articulation on the legs. Hawkgirl is probably the best value of the bunch because she comes with the cool wings. Face sculpts are pretty good. You know, again, I picked them up for the price, and I just wanted to represent the movie. So they're good for what they are, but these He-Man figures absolutely blow them away in terms of quality and price point. So if you want to collect movie figures at a good price and represent what you're going to see, I highly recommend these. Yeah, taking nothing away from the Chronicles line, I have seen them. I think they run about $28 in the stores, and that can get pricey if you want every character that they come out with. So there you have it, my review of the He-Man and Skeletor figures from the, I keep calling it the budget line of movie figures from Mattel. These are already in stores. Like I said, I found Skeletor at Walmart, found He-Man at Target. Both of them go for just shy of under $10, a little over $10 once you factor in tax. And I am giving nothing but high reviews for these figures, considering the price point and just being able to represent two iconic characters on a movie shelf is just great. That being said, if you've made it this far, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, please share this video with other action figure enthusiasts. And as always, I thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.